Well, design's been approved and it's time to start cutting some leather. What I did is I took my template and I took it over to my big hunk of my double shoulder 5-ounce, put it on there, trace around with just the regular ink pen, and then rough cut it. I'm bringing it to my bench and I'm going to refine the cuts now. Mostly using my favorite little knife. I'll probably use this thing, I might use this thing. We'll find out, won't we? I've already cut some of it out, but not all of it. I'm just going to go ahead and finish up a couple of cuts. This side's straight, so I'm going to use my straight edge and my little knife and just cut it along the straight edge. Now, I don't always try to cut it in one pass. Personally, I find that if I try to push too hard, I end up moving my straight edge a little bit, and that totally screws it up. I got to start all over. Some people use a round knife or a head knife. I'm perfectly comfortable with this little guy. So let's get to cutting. Now again, this is only 5-ounce, but still, I want to take my time and take as many cuts as it takes to get it cut out. Right here, I'll put it along my line, start at the corner, push my blade in and pull out. Okay, and I'll come to this side. I could probably just freehand that. Do the same thing, push my blade in and pull out. Okay, there you go. Got this curved part over here. First I got to determine what the best angle of attack is. I'll just start right here. Ooh, you want to be careful. Don't want to slip, because then again, you know, you got to start all over. So as I'm cutting this, move the knife, move the leather, get around that curve. I guess if I had a large punch, I could punch the round part. And then just cut the straight lines with the straight edge. Alrighty, first cut. Let's go a little deeper this time. Again, being careful. I'll just keep going until I cut all the way through. And again, this is all custom leather, no clicker dies, all done by hand. Some people wonder why it costs more than stuff you can get at Walmart. And that's one of the reasons I started this video series, is to show that it's all done by hand. It's not really quick and easy, one-off, here we go. Or not one-off, but mass produced. Now let me get this hole in the middle. This would be a good one to use a punch on. But using the same technique as I did with the ends, it shouldn't be too difficult. Just take my time. Now I've stated before that on some of the things I make, I use a stitch groove, and on other things that I make, I don't. This is going to be one of those instances where I don't use a stitch groove. I just think it'll look better. The thread I'm going to use is relatively thin, and it's going to pull into the leather anyway. Getting there. Tell you the truth, my hand's starting to cramp up. My fingers are starting to stiffen up. I'll be glad when this is cut out. Almost through. Got a couple more spots yet. Okay, got that piece out now. Trim this around here a little bit. Okay, now I'm gonna get this corner over here. Then we're gonna go ahead and set up, and we'll do some stamping on it. And there we go. I know I could have just cut a bunch of straight lines and actually with this thing that's pretty easy to do, so I'm going to refine that curve a little bit. There we go. And then I'm going to set it up and we'll get to doing some stamping on this thing. Okay, see you then.